Hey, this is part 2 on tattoos. Okay, and I was talking about how the Egyptians tattooed the women, and then the Canaanites would put marks on them, basically to in rituals to their gods and everything. Also to mourn the dead and stuff. They would do this kind of stuff. And where you get this from in 1 Kings 18:28. It says, they cried out loud and cut themselves with knives and spears according to their customs until the blood gushed out of them. See, they had their ways of doing things, and the Lord didn't want the Israelites to be involved in their practices and worshiping their false gods and all that. So he made laws for them to go by. He didn't want them to cut their hair, their beards. He didn't want them to have markings on their bodies. He didn't want them to have tattoos or cut themselves. And this was for the Israelite children now. And so this is where a lot of people get that saying, or they believe that, oh, you can't have tattoos and go to heaven. Well, first of all, this body don't go to heaven. People's got to realize that. When you die, your body goes to the grave, or you cremated, or however you decompose, this body goes away. When it talks about the dead in Christ will rise and meet the Lord and all this, and then the dead will give up, the sea will give up their dead, the grave will give up their dead. It's not a body they're giving up. It's your resting soul that's been resting. But that's a whole different Bible lesson. We can go on that another time. But it's not your body, this body. You're going to have a transformed body, a sinless body, okay? So I'm sure that body probably won't have tattoos. I don't know, but anyway, that's it's not this body. I know it's no longer a sin for you to have a tattoo. I've got 8 of them myself, so I get in Romans 7:6. It reads, "But now we are delivered from the law," talking about the old law, "having died, to things in which we were bound, so that we may serve in newness of the Spirit and not in the oldness of the letter of law." So now we serve the Lord in spirit, not of the letter of law. The old things have gone away. You have tattoos, and if you want to get tattoos, make sure they're decent tattoos, but there's no sin against it. God love you.